When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's up, MVP Nation? G here. Wanted to make a quick little video for y'all today. Here at MVP Sports, we want to cover all sporting topics that is relevant within today's day and give you guys our opinion on such topics. And today, I wanted to give my opinion and my take on the Golden State versus Houston Game 7 and also the series. Ultimately, you know the score. Golden State won 101-92, winning Game 7 and going to the NBA Finals again to play the Cleveland Cavaliers yet again. Quick rundown on important statistics. Golden State was 48% from the field. Houston was 40%. Golden State was 16 for 39. Houston was 7 for 44 from three-point. Houston having an abysmal 15% three-point percentage. 27 straight missed three-point shooting attempts. Now, that's obviously the headline there. And Houston, ultimately, James Harden can't win any meaningful game for y'all, or can't lead a team to win a meaningful game. He is being, I would have to say, a ball hog, it seems to see, or he feels like that he's the reason why a team needs to win. And he feels like, and granted, they did bring him in to be the main focus point of the team, and I can understand that. And, of course, he is a superstar and all that. But at the end of the day, you're just nothing but a regular season stat stuffer. When it comes to the playoffs, you don't really have a superstar stat of barely putting up 41% throughout the playoffs. And you need to be the superstar that you are, one of the top 5 premier players in the league. And you still haven't been able to, elevate yourself to a higher level in the postseason where, legends come true, where Kevin Durant was on fire in the playoffs, where LeBron has made statements, where legends throughout the NBA histories have made themselves prominently known, who established themselves as superstars, as true superstars and elite players in the NBA. And obviously the big issue is here, no CP3. He was out with a hamstring injury for the second straight game in a row. A lot of people believe CP3 could have made a difference. I do believe he'll made a difference, but ultimately I do think Golden State would have won. Golden State, this is, believe it or not, the lowest scoring margin of victory for them within the series. Throughout the series, they have put up double-digit point lead, have won the game by over double digits, and even blown out Houston. And in this game, granted, they only won by 9 points. I still 100% believe that they dominated the game. More so. In the second half, they turned it on, and they said they were ready to play and ready to win. The first half, they had a lot of mistakes. Houston did capitalize on it, no doubt about it. They played a phenomenal game, Houston did, in the first half, but you don't win playoff games in the first half. And that's where ultimately Houston failed. This is a three-point shooting team, and the cliche goes, you live by the 3, you die by the 3, and they ultimately did. No CP3 on the team, meaning you have a lack of leadership on defense. And James Harden is no leader at all on this team. He is too finesse. He's not a very vocal leader. Granted, he's a great player and a great player to build around, but he ultimately can't win you the game. He can't win you the big one. And I don't see it in him. I haven't been able to see it in him when he's played here in Houston and even his stint at Oklahoma City. But granted, they used him as some sort of weird 6-man combination out there. Granted, he was the third best player on the team. Other notes that I took away from this, Ariza and Ryan Anderson are literally a waste of time for the Rockets. You guys, you had them here on the team to shoot 3 points, and they haven't been able to do that. They've took unneeded shots throughout the game. A lot of ball hog. James Harden didn't set up his teammates a lot of time to set up within the shooting clock. Usually holding onto the ball to within the last seconds and dishing it out when he can't make a shot, or taking a really bad three-point shot. And then there's no offensive rebound presence there. Clint Capella was on fire, though, the first quarter, though. He was the best player in the first quarter easily. But Golden State has easily dominated Houston through this, and I think Houston, 2 out of the 3 wins, Houston barely won. And they averaged less than 100 points throughout the series. And that's a very rare sighting for a Mike D'Antoni offense, where they were blowing people out throughout the regular season. But ultimately, Mike D'Antoni's just a regular season coach with a regular season player in James Harden. I do believe Golden State was the better team. Now, granted, this was the best series that we're going to see. Golden State, 100%. My prediction is that they're going to dominate Cleveland again. This is probably one of the worst-built Cleveland teams in recent history. with LeBron at hand, mind you. But that Spurs series early on in LeBron's career is probably the worst LeBron led team there was, and especially going against one of the most dominant teams in the 2000s. Regardless, I think Golden State ultimately they're also filled with more superstars, and they just know how to, their 3-point shots went in. There's the fan base, Houston's fan base is out here complaining about the referees and how they screwed them. Ultimately, my opinion on this, no matter what sport it is, if you put the ball in the ref's hands and you leave it up to them to decide and dictate the outcome of the game, you're gonna get screwed. Houston doesn't deserve to win the game. If you leave it up to the ref's hands, you're not deserving to win. You need to win the game outright on your own. Don't leave it up to any sort of factors in the game in all walks of life, whether it's the weather, whether it's the sports, whether it's the fans. You ultimately, as a player, have to win the game yourself. Stop worrying about bad calls, about all these excuses, because all it is nothing but an excuse of your pitiful performance there was out here, Houston. James Harden and staff, only shooting 7 out of 44 free throw attempts, abysmal 15% and 27 straight misses. And then at the end of the game, you're forcing 3-point shots because you're trying to build up a lead to get close. Now, mind you, they did close the gap relatively close with 99-92. Relatively in the fourth quarter, but it was too late. About 2 minutes left in the game. Golden State easily won the game. From then on, they had a complete dominant third quarter. But thanks for joining me, guys, today and listening into this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below on your thoughts and your initial reaction of the Golden State and Houston series, and I'll talk to you guys later.